So let's move on to Barcelona. After a humiliating UCL loss in the round of 16 against PSG, a third place La Liga finish, and a verbal back and forth with the club president, Ronald Koeman is about to leave Barcelona. Considering every aspect and considering the fact that he has somewhat stabilized Barcelona, what is the best move for all parties
I
considered?
feel like they should give Koeman another chance, let him stay for another year, because I feel like letting go of someone is very easy, but keeping someone, even after somewhat of a disappointing season, that's where Barcelona need to be a bit more vigilant with this. They obviously ended up dropping points, a lot of points, unnecessary ones specifically at that. I feel like their campaign died at Granada, where they ended up just dropping points surprisingly. They need to be stable. And if you're going to bring in someone new, unless you bring in a manager who's got a name value behind him and is a serial winner, unless that happens, I don't see Barcelona being a stable club for a long time. If they want to bring in someone who's a little bit unexperienced at a high level, Xavi is a very, very good choice, and he's been linked with Barcelona's managerial job as well. So I feel like that would be a good shout, and giving Xavi a chance to manage his club, Barcelona, would be something which I would be in support of. But if that's not happening, and no other big manager is coming in, stick with Koeman, give him another season, and let's see what he can do. Because he got Messi performing back to his best again. He got the team running, and the ideas that he
True.
had really seemed to work. It was just that they were missing the killer instinct at certain points, which really caused them. What do you think?
I like Coman. I like the managerial stint that he had at
Mm-hmm.
Southampton, at
Mm-hmm.
Everton. I think he's somewhat of a good manager, not top quality, but not
Mm-hmm.
far off. And he has the ability to work with mediocre players. But my question is this: if they let him go, and we have the likes of Carlo Ancelotti at Everton, who is also considering moving in the next season. Marcelo Bielsa is managing Leeds United. We have a number of managers managing smaller clubs when it comes to their potential and ability. Do you think Barcelona can go for one of them in the near future? And out of the mentioned options, what is the perfect replacement for Coman?
Bielsa is a very, very, very interesting choice. Uh, Considered by Pep as his idol, and they play a very attacking brand of football. Bielsa's team are known to be very, very
True.
attacking. And that's a very interesting shout. Carlo Ancelotti at Everton, I feel like he is not going to be joining any big name club anytime soon, because he's been around the block, Ancelotti, and even though he is a absolute gem of a manager, I don't see him being at a top club for in the foreseeable future. So Bielsa though is an interesting one. Now the problem with the Bielsa experiment would be the defense, because what Leeds United have struggled with this season is not scoring goals, because they did plenty of that. It was conceding them, and they were conceding goals by tons, right? They were losing 5-0, 4-0, and sometimes they were putting on entertaining matches, scoring on their own as well, but they were conceding more. And that's where Barcelona already they have the likes of an aging Gerard Piqué in the back line, alongside with an aging not David Alaba, Jordi Alba. So that really proves that defense is not a strong point as of right now for Barcelona, right? And all the other defenders they have, I don't feel like are top quality. So a Bielsa appointment would certainly excite the free-flowing fans, the hipsters of football, but it would be a struggle under him, because he would not be able to secure what Barcelona is struggling with right now, and that's their defense. What do you think?
I'm just surprised how Leeds United lured a manager of the quality of Marcelo Bielsa to manage them. He's one of the best managers in the world of football right now. And his team, Leeds United, even though they are the rivals of Manchester United, it's a joy to watch them. No, it doesn't matter how many goals they concede. But let's move on to Barcelona's recruitment policy. If we start finding logic in Barcelona's recruitment, it would be like finding water in Sahara Desert. Does nothing make sense? And there are links with the like of Depay, Alessio Romagnoli is on the card as well. Wijnaldum, Aguero are the expected arrivals this season. If they get all these players, what kind of team and system Koeman should implement, and what can be the success factor for Ronald Koeman the next season?
It's a one and done for Simeone and his Atleti side. They are not going to be repeating that win again. But I feel like at least
True.
a second place finish with a late run at the title would be somewhat of a successful season for them. But I want to. I'm a romantic in football, and I feel like Messi deserves another Champions League, and him winning it at Barcelona, that's gonna be dream come true. I feel like, but that is a very tough ask, specifically with Lewandowski and his Bayern Munich side. And keep in mind, there are some underdogs like the likes of Chelsea. What they did this season, incredible. Alessio Romagnoli, and if he does end up joining, the way Barcelona's defense lines up, he's a great defender, but he's just not a fit for the way Milan defense is lined up. He is not very good in a
True.
high line and a high press. He struggles with that. He's more of a technical defender who would like to sit and tackle at the right time without having to push on an attacker. Right, so that's like of defender Romagnoli is, and that makes me think that he would struggle in England and possibly even Germany. So the only choice that left over is in top quality football is Spain and Barcelona. So that's a good choice. And as far as Depay is concerned, they really need to ship either one of Coutinho or Ousmane Dembele before they make that move, because bringing him in
True.
is just adding another wage on top of already a staggering wage bill that Barcelona has built up, which is causing them all these problems.